Hi. Good morning. Good morning, cutie patootie. Yo, that's sus as fuck, by the way. There's like, I'm pretty sure all you guys are, everyone watching is a dude. It's all good. You're still cute. So today, we gotta get this show on the road. I'm trying to make myself have a schedule. It's kind of hard now, because the thing is, you wanna know what's crazy? I've built my business in such a way that it's honestly making me kind of lazy. I don't do anything, brother. After the first month of setup, I'm not even there. I got people for that. That's the thing, I feel like I'm not as productive as I used to be, and that kind of hurts my ego. How? I'm making more money and I'm not as productive. Which is, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because I feel like I used to do a lot of busy work back in the day, which I don't necessarily do anymore. Now, the decisions I make in my company hold much more weight to them, if that makes sense. Whereas, back in the day, the decisions I used to make were very insignificant. Cologne's out of the way, got ready, grabbed my phones, turn that off. All right, so last night, I was having trouble sleeping. I did end up taking a nap midday, even though I said I wasn't. But today, I'm not napping. And I woke up earlier, and last night I was having trouble sleeping because my blanket was way too hot. So I have this one cool blanket, which is basically what I got on right now. So that's the one that I was using. Because this blanket, bro, it's like feathers inside. I don't know what kind of feathers it is. It costs a lot, but it's too thick. And I never thought I'd say that. It's just it's too big, it gets in the way, and it pisses me off when I'm trying to fucking sleep, because it's just inconvenient and I don't like it. I don't want to work around my blanket, you get me? So that's that. Today though, on the other hand, is an extremely busy day. We got our work cut out for us. We have a lot of work that we gotta get done. A lot of people are depending on me today, which is good. That's fine. And I gotta vacuum. Dude, I gotta have a live-in maid, bro, because there's no way on earth I'm able to clean, cook, organize all my shit, and be making content at the rate that I'm doing right now, and all the above. So I'm gonna figure that out. So could come in this week. We'll see something. All right, what's up with you? How have you been? You been good? I figured. How's everything else? Leave that in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I want to know. Talking points too, to be honest, because I could yap more. And if you're watching this, obviously you like watching me yap. So that's about it. Hairline's looking sus, as always. So I told you I got mouth tape, right? That mouth tape is just leaves so much shit residue on your mouth, and it just ain't worth it, to be quite honest with you. I don't like it. So if you can figure out a mouth tape that doesn't leave residue, hey, give me 10 boxes. Fantastic. Give me 14 of them right now. So yeah, if you can figure that out, I don't know what's going on. Someone's coming in the elevator, so let me get you in 1 second.
A few moments later.
All right, let's get this puppy on the road. Remember we were talking about that? Why? Why do you say that? It sounds so cringe. I don't know. Some people, man. Some people. What can you do? Yeah, I told you about the Maybachs, right? Pretty cheap. It's about the same price as this truck, bro. Like 15 grand more, which is insignificant, realistically. But car's a nice car. It's a sexy car, Bro, these gates. That's the thing. When I lived in, my spot in LA, the gates go up I don't know what they put in them, but they go up quick, bro. These ones, on the other hand, nah, not at all, my man. So that's kind of where we've been at, you know, currently. We're seeing what's going on here, you know. You guys know the drill, pre-daily. You need it. You need it, in my opinion, to go to the gym. After like a certain time, it's just impossible not to. I don't know why this fine gentleman is standing in the street, but there we go. Push him to the side a little bit. Appreciate it. Fine, sir. I'll be back.
One eternity later.
Bro, I say this genuinely out of curiosity. How are you good with just going to work, bro? Like, I say that in the nice, and I'm not saying that in like an asshole way. Like, I'm not saying that in a way that I'm better. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just saying, like, I cannot imagine my life being any other way. Genuinely, though. Like, genuinely, I cannot imagine my life being any other way. Like, I take trips when I want. I work when I want. I don't work if I don't want to. Bro, your freedom, I don't know how to articulate this. I swear to you. There's no better feeling in the world waking up and knowing you can do whatever you want with your day. There is no way on earth. I don't even know how I would return back to a 9-to-5. I genuinely would not. I don't even know if that's like my brain chemistry just doesn't even work like that. Oh shit, like I gotta be at work at a certain time. I don't like. And again, I'm not saying this in a mean way. Like, I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm better than that guy. No, like, I just can't fathom that. I don't know. I just saw people in there and I'm like, dude, like, they looked so pissed off. They looked so mad to like, for like no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's 9 a.m. You haven't gone to work yet. I don't know, man. I genuinely hope like anyone that wants to make it out is able to do so. Some people don't, and that's fine. Like, some people like that kind of structure though, you know? I've talked to people and they're like, yeah, dude, I love my job. Like, I love going in and clocking in and just being there, and that's cool, bro. Like, I ain't knocking you, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, the sun's on you. Man, I don't like when the sun like glares on you. It just makes it look weird. Brother, I didn't do shit. Alright, we gotta figure this out. Give me a sec.
A few moments later.
Alright, I guess that's a little better. But, I don't know, dude. The average human is willing to put up with a lot more than I guess I am. Bro, I remember going in and clocking in Sunglass Hut. My first job, listen to this. My first job, I was working at a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, it wasn't in the best neighborhood. Let me just say that. Right? It wasn't in the best community. Great staff, good people. Good people would come by, but the neighborhood was just beat up, you know? And I don't even know if that spot's still around, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't clock in. I was getting paid under the table, so I was 16. And I would just see people there, like, and they would hold me at, like, low-key till the end, like, end to end. The restaurant would close at, like, 10. But then, you know, you have those D-bag customers that would, like, stay till, like, 11:30. And obviously, I couldn't start because I needed a vacuum. I was a busser. So I would vacuum and all that shit, right? I would eat food off the plate sometimes because I was, like, fucking starving, bro. Like, they didn't feed me, whatever. I would get unlimited chips and salsa, whatever. And so I would just sit there and still think. I would just be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how is this real? Like, there's no way you can tell me that's not a simulation. Like, the people there just coming in. Like, there's no fucking way on earth you know? And I would stay there till like 11:30, 12. Sometimes like 12:30 would be like my latest, right? And then, yeah, bro, I had my permit at the time. I couldn't even drive, and I was still hustling. I was going in. And, well, I mean, drive without like a parent or whatever. And dude, like when I'm telling you, I would just be like, bro, what the f***? Like, what am I doing with my life? So I tried like different business ventures, right? I failed at all of them. Like, I remember another business venture I tried was I bought hella chargers. I bought like fucking 4,000, 5,000 chargers, right? And I would go to gas stations and try to convince them to buy my chargers. That failed, so I had like a fucking billion chargers on the side. That was funny. I had so many fucking chargers, like genuinely. I had a lot. I'm not even kidding. And the sun is on you again. So yeah, bro, that was crazy. And then, so that failed. And then I got into flipping games. I was just flipping shit on OfferUp while I was doing all this shit, mind you, to like just fund my life, right? And I didn't make too much, right? Like I would just sell the shit my parents like never used in our garage, like boots or like fucking a couch or fucking like rugs, like whatever, right? Like just random shit that, you know, that your parents just fucking always have. I had some of the stuff I would flip. And then I got a job at Sinopolis, which was a luxury movie theater. Bro, listen to this. You know what's crazy? Oh my God. People would come in and they would come in with their families, right? And bro, like my family is like very like upper middle class. Like we ain't like crazy rich. You know what I'm saying? Like we're middle class, upper middle class. I would categorize us as upper middle class. So, you know, first gen, bro, like I ain't like that crazy. You know what I mean? I'm the first person in my family to like go to college and graduate, right? So I was like, so people would come in, right? People would come into Sinopolis and, you know, they would have like truffle popcorn and like, they would just have like low-key crazy shit for a movie theater. You know, they would have like actual food, right, that you can order to your seat. And like, it's just luxury, you know? And bro, people would come in and spend $20 or like $15 on a fucking truffle popcorn. And he would hand me, I will never forget this. It was a white guy. I'm getting fucking goosebumps talking about this because this was such a core memory for me. For me to be like, bro, like I need to get money, you know? There would be dudes that came in with their families, right? Beautiful people. The guy handed me, I will never in my life fucking forget this scenario. It was a white guy with his son and his daughter. They came into Sinopolis. He got a large popcorn and a soda. That was my job at the concession stand. Like I would give like popcorn and shit, and I would always throw in some free shit, right? Like, bro, I've always been a chill employee. I've always done my work, right? I was the most tipped employee there because all of these jobs, I would talk a lot. I was always good at like communicating. You know, I'd be like, oh, what movie are you watching? Or have you watched it or whatever, right? Like, bro, this guy handed me his Amex Platinum. That changed my life. Like, bro, I have goosebumps. I wish you guys could see this shit. Like, he handed me his Amex fucking Platinum. Me? Like, and I was in shock at the weight of the thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, whoa. Like, this is real. Like, you used to see that shit on Instagram, you know? Like, this guy had an Amex. I think I was 17. I was in high school. And I was like, bro. Like, I remember I held it for a little bit longer than I would, like, you know, hold, like, other customers, like, credit cards. Like, I was just like, and I looked at it, and I looked at him. And I was like, whoa, like, that's an Amex. Crazy that you remember. Now I spend fucking 6 figures on my Amex Platinum. I got an Amex Platinum at 21. Crazy how the world works, right? now I can throw the card. I don't even care. But it could bring tears to my eyes if I really think about it. Like, crazy how the world works. Let me show you my fucking Amex, bro. I've used my Amex so much that it's peeling. You see that? That's my Amex Platinum. Crazy, bro. Crazy. There's this shit there's core memories like that in life when you make it. I mean, I haven't made it yet, but I'm not doing too bad for myself. I got 2. I got another one too right here. Crazy, you know? So yeah, all right, bro. I gotta jam out because I gotta get in the mood. I can't get all nostalgic on myself right now. I can't get soft. I'm about to listen to some music, go into the fucking gym, kill this workout. Same old, bro. You know how it is. My day starts off with the gym all the time. All right, I love you. I'll call you in a little bit.
One eternity later.
Lifted heavy, bro. It was just good overall. Like, sometimes you just have a good workout. You know, I was looking at myself in the gym. I look a lot more intimidating than I actually am. Because I would say I'm like pretty nice when people like approach me. But I could see why people don't approach me. Does that make sense? Like, my RBF, bro, not good. But I can't be all smiley all the time either. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, I look very pissed, but I'm not though. I don't know. So if you see me in the gym, bro, and I look like I'm having a bad day, I'm not. Like, if you want to talk, you know? I actually did talk to a chick in the gym today. First time. Just kidding. But, well, it is the first time, actually. In this gym, yeah, it's the first time. Other than that, I talked to one other dude who also works there. You know, so I don't really count that as like a... I mean, I guess, I don't know. He goes to the gym too. But he was in Pike, the fraternity, which is the fraternity that I was in. So it's kind of like a bonding. Oh, like, oh, you were in Pike? Yeah, I was in Pike too. Like, nice, whatever. So, cool dude, you know? Nothing too crazy. Like, that's the thing. I try not to yap in the gym because it opens the door for unwanted conversations. You know? Like, oh, what do you do? And then when I tell them what I do, it's like, it's not that hard to find me on social media, you know? Because I'm the only guy fucking talking about smog. So if they search it up, you know, it's weird. Then the whole dynamic kind of changes, which is like, I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse, you know, being in the field that I am. So I just tell people I'm not employed, you know? Or I tell them I'm an entrepreneur. Like, you know? Because they don't care at the end of the day. You know, they're just dudes, it's just a dude in the gym. So why, you know, he doesn't give a f. So, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. Like, I try not to tell people. But the chick today, I was like, hey, like, are you using that? Very, like, and then she's like, I was like, whoa, okay. I was kind of, like, maybe not nice, right? Not the nicest gesture. And then she, like, yapped. She said something at the end. Obviously, I have 300 milligrams of caffeine running through my veins. And my speakers are on my headphones are on full fucking blast, boss. Even if an F-35 flew over my head, I wouldn't notice it because I'm too locked in and my music's too loud. So I like moved it. I was like, wait, what? To be honest, I didn't even hear what she said. And then I was like, oh yeah. But I heard she had an accent. So then I was like, where's your accent from? She's like, oh, Brazil. Let's play soccer. Kidding, bro. Relax. I was like, oh, no way, Brazil. Like, where? She's like, Sao Paulo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but over there. I don't know anywhere in Brazil besides Rio. I don't even know if that's a spot, but whatever. But I do know the Carnival Festival because one year I wanted to go, and me and my boys were actually very close to going. Brazil's dope as f. So I was like, oh, okay, like, sick. Like, nice, you know? She's like, oh, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm Persian. She's like, when'd you move here? I was like, oh, you know, I was 5, whatever. And then she's like, oh, dang, like, longer than me. I was like, oh, yeah, like, how long has it been for you? She's like, oh, 5 years. I was like, oh, nice. Now that I think about it, I forgot her name. Awkward. I see her every day in the gym, too. Every single day. We have, like, the same gym schedule, I feel like. Whatever. I guess I'll give you an update tomorrow. Smog Queen? Did I just find a Smog Queen? Am I delusional right now and, like, imagine we're getting married? Yeah. That's... basically how it goes, you know. She's cool though. One of those girls is like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Not necessarily my type, but cute nonetheless. So, all right, bro, enough yapping. I yap a lot, bro. Okay, so what's on the agenda for today, bro? I gotta go home. Well, first of all, I gotta go to Ralph's. That's like the first order of business because of a multitude of reasons. So the first one is I need baking soda, and then I need white vinegar, and then I need deodorant. And I'm sure there's something else that I wrote in my notes that I need that I will attain. So, gotta get that done. Now, I need to go to Costco, but I'm not. Waste of my fucking time. I'm not going to Costco. And I gotta sit down and who you guys met the other day. He is looking at other locations. He got paid yesterday handsomely. I won't talk about numbers because I don't know if Brian is comfortable with that. But, you know, it's crazy. The shop net, you know, 5 figures. Relatively high 5 figures. And it hasn't even been a year since we've opened that shop. It hasn't even been 8 months. Crazy. How much did that shop cost us? 12 grand, I think. I recouped my investment within the first few months, which is insane, bro. And this is the stuff that I want you guys to see. Obviously, I won't get into like details because again, I don't know how comfortable is. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but out of the respect that I have for you know, I don't want to get into details. If it was my own shop, I'd be more than happy to break down numbers with you. I've shown you tax records before. Tax form. If it's my own shop, I'll show you tax records. If it's student shops, out of respect for the students, I can't be doing that because I don't know what they're comfortable with. And if they're not comfortable with something, is that a motorcycle behind me? Yes. Damn, I think there might be an accident on the freeway or something. I don't know. But yeah, you know, we got paid out 5 figures, both of us, which is insane. And it's only getting more, which is even more insane. So, you know, this is stuff that you got to take into consideration. You guys saw it. He said it himself. He hasn't been in the shop. He said he could count on one hand how many times he's been there. He's getting paid. Everyone. I'm telling you, everyone that has partnered with me, whether that be in life or in the smog business, gets paid, bro. Gets paid. And I'm not like, I don't partner with students because I'm so selfless. Right? No, dog. Like, I take a cut too. You get what I'm saying? So it's a win-win because I'm investing my own money into the shop and did not invest a single penny. That I can confidently tell you. That I can confidently tell you. He did not invest a single penny. And now him and I are, you know, together for 12 years. That's how long our lease is. So, right, like, take that into consideration. You know, take that into consideration, my friend. And, you know, we opened up 3 shops this year, bro. 3 shops, which is nuts to think about, bro. The amount people have in their life I opened within a year. All by the blessing of God. All by God. Seriously. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that Amex story I was telling you. Like, bro, when I'm telling you, I would look at that American Express. I'm getting goosebumps again, and I just mentioned it. Wow, I'm actually getting goosebumps. I don't know if you could see this on camera. Dang, bro, holding that Amex Platinum for the first time. Over this weekend, I spent $4 grand on my Amex. I don't even bat an eye anymore. Like, it's crazy how used to things you get, you know? But, you know, it's cool. It's cool at that time. And I got my Amex Platinum at 21, and I unboxed it with my, you know, mom's friend there. A little jealous fucker, bro. She's like, oh, I have one too. Yeah, you're 50. I was 21. People, man, you forgive, but you don't forget. Remember that quote I was telling you? Don't forget. So yeah, you know, up now, I guess. Whatever. So we got that. I gotta go to Ralph's, get the little knickknacks, and then I gotta hop on a call with a few people, take care of some stuff, because we have been, I've been slacking. I know that for a fact. I've been slacking. Low-key a busy day. Gotta do a lot of stuff, you know? Doing a decent amount of work, which is good. What's up with you? What you got planned for today? Bro, this sun on you, I don't like that at all. I gotta figure something out about that. I might put you there. I said that yesterday too. Remind me today at 6 p.m. to check the camera angle for a car so the sun doesn't shine on my babies.
Okay, I added that for this evening.
Alright, who's FaceTiming me? I get a ridiculous amount of notifications throughout my day. Insane. Did I tell you I'm getting the new iPhone? I told you that, right? We went together and it wasn't available. I was gonna buy it then, but I don't know why. I buy my phones outright. I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but you know, I don't like paying things off. I guess, well, I'm paying this car off. This car. All my other cars I own outright, but I don't know. Is that the smartest thing? I don't know. I just don't feel like fucking paying every month for it. And it's like $1,500, so it's not like ridiculous, you know? I mean, $1,500 is a, you know, decent chunk of change, but does that make sense? I don't know if that's the smartest thing. Let me know if that's smart. I mean, it is my business phone, so I'm buying the new iPhone as my business phone, and then I'm transferring this one, which is the 15 Pro, into my personal one. Now, my 15 Pro, or I mean my personal phone, I forgot which one it is. I think it's a 14 Pro. It's all cracked. And if my business phone was cracked, I would buy two 17 Pros. But it's not. Like my business phone is like in perfect condition. So I was like, you know what? Why like spend extra money on that? I don't know. I don't necessarily justify it like as another expense, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. But yeah, is it smart buying my phones outright? Let me know. I don't know. Gotta figure something out. Oh, God. His dad just passed away. That's crazy. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, that sucks. That's hard, bro. Losing someone that significant, I can't fathom that. I don't even want to think about that. I'm very sensitive in that sense. Like, I have a very hard time letting go, especially with people. Yeah, bro, my dad is like my superhero, dude. To this day, my dad is arguably, you guys might not ever meet my dad. I don't know. And my dad doesn't speak English. Not a fucking word. Well, he knows how to say beer and whiskey. He's not an alcoholic or anything. He's just my dad likes to gamble, drink, and he smokes cigarettes. He's a fucking man, you know? But my dad, in case you guys don't meet him, he is the best man on planet Earth. If I talk about him for too long, I could cry. I really could. He is the best man that has ever lived in life. I love my dad a lot. A lot. Man, I can't even imagine losing, man. Sorry, buddy. That dude that I just watched his TikTok, he said, yeah, my dad passed away today. I'm sorry, man. Sucks. You know, it's hard. And I know I have to accept it one day, but I don't want to. Does that make sense? Like, that is a thought in my head that I push so far away that it doesn't even come into my head. Pause. But that thought does not, I try not to. So try not to think about that stuff because it's inevitable. There's a bald kickboxer that drives a Bugatti. I'm sure we know. And he says, it's inevitable for you to have a bad day someday in your life. Either someone you know or a family member is going to pass sooner or later, which is very true. So might as well enjoy your life as much as possible. You get me? So I try not to even be sad about that stuff. You get it? All right, my dudes. I'm about to go into Ralph's. I gotta buy some stuff. So I will call you when I get back.
One eternity later.
Alrighty, brothers. Yeah, I bought a lot more shit than I needed. I typically buy like 2 or 3 of one thing all the time, too. Like, just so I don't have to fucking go again and buy it. Whether that be clothes or like whatever, like anything. I buy multiple of the same thing. And that might seem dumb, but for me, it's kind of like an investment because then I don't have to go again. Like, I bought enough baking soda, a lot. Like, I don't need to go buy baking soda arguably for the next like year, Probably even longer, bro. I don't even use baking soda that much. But I need it for like to eliminate odor, because I read that online. So, you know, that's kind of what I do. I bought enough body wash for the next year. Like, actually, I bought that much, you know? So it's an investment for me because I don't have to worry about it. Clorox wipes. I bought a shit ton, you know? I don't need Clorox wipes for a very long amount of time now. Go. So, yeah, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Some girls, dude. That's the thing. I act like this and I don't even talk to them. Are you the same way? Damn. We both don't get girls. That's crazy. Yo, I got a community of incels. Brother, I'm kidding. Don't take anything I say serious. Like, dead ass, don't take shit I say serious anytime, bro. I say shit just for us to crack up, for me and you just to laugh. That's what I say, bro. That's crazy. Are you the same way? Like, are you like, damn, that chick's so cute, and then you just don't talk to her? Or I can't be the only one, motherfucker, all right? Don't do me like that, bro. Don't make me seem like I'm a fucking... There's no way. I know you do the same thing. There's no way on earth you don't. Don't lie to me, bro. You're the same fucking way. We're on the same boat, buddy, and we're both sinking. Oh, God. Man, I crack myself. We both don't get girls. That's crazy. Nice to meet you, brother. Oh, man. Unless if you're a girl watching this, then that's not applicable, you know? Bro, I'm shy, bro. I'm shy. I swear to God. I really am. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. Maybe the Brazilian girl from today watches the vlogs and she knows. Bro, that would be a fucking trip. Whoa, I didn't even think about that. All right, brother. All right, bro. Maybe she knew. Maybe she knew. That's why she was like, oh, hey, how you doing? That'd be crazy, bro. That's a crazy thought to, like, wrap my head around, at least. I don't know. But, yeah, all right. That's that. I didn't check how many student calls I got today, to be quite frank with you. I got to check that right now. But I do have to respond to a lot of people that are in the program, which is fine. I mean, it ain't too crazy. I like doing it. I just don't know. Okay, we don't have any calls today, which is great. So then that kind of gives me time. So this is how my program works. My program, okay, is you're in the program, but you're working one-on-one with me. So you book however many calls you want, right? Because I got a private calendar. Sometimes I take calls for the people that are coming in or that are interested in the program, but I try to refrain from doing that for the most part. Right. Because of a few reasons. It's only fair to the people that have paid. Does that make sense? So my attention goes 100% towards those people. At least I try my very hardest to do that. Now, if let's just say you have a quick question or, you know, question, right? And you don't want to book a call, right? Because of work, because of your daily schedule, or whatever the case is. I got two phones, obviously, you know this, right? So I got two phones. My business phone is only for the students in the program. So they only have access to that line. And that's so this is my personal phone. This is my business one. This is the one that they have access to. Obviously, I asked them, hey guys, like, don't leak my number, because then it just kind of fucks everybody in the program over. And then no one's done it, thankfully, but that's how it is. So they text me, hey, you know, Arian, what's this? Or Arian, I got a lease, check this out. Or, you know, what is this? Or what is that? You know what I mean? Like, questions. Or they put me in a group chat with landlords. So that's what I have students do. Let's just say, you know, you're inexperienced with dealing with landlords. You don't know. That's fine, right? That's what my team and I are here for. That's what we help you do. I help you navigate that stuff, you know, and I talk on your behalf as a partner. And if we're partnering, then, you know, we're partners, right? So that's kind of what I do. In terms of my program, that's how it works. And it's a very good dynamic. I love the dynamic that I have with the people in the program and the students, just everybody, man. Everyone's so cool. Everyone's hustling. Everyone's grinding. Everyone wants something out of my program. And I am more than happy and honored to provide that for people. And they know it. I know it. I love it, you know. I love that whole dynamic that we got going on. It's a very, I always say this to people coming in, we're friends first, business comes second. So, you know, I typically do end up talking to a lot of people on a lot of personal matters as well, right? Not as a therapist, but, you know, if I've gone through something that they're having experience, they're experiencing currently, that's kind of what I do too. We're friends first, business second. That's what I always told the students in the program. That's how it should be, in my opinion, when you're doing business with somebody. So that's kind of how it is, right? A lot of the people in my program were very tight-knit. That is a nice Mercedes, man. Old school Mercedes. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you might have saw the top of it. But dang, man, that was nice. You don't really find those cars in clean conditions anymore. They run forever though. Those are the tank Mercedes. They're like nicknamed the tanks. Because when you close the doors on those, it's like bang. You know, they're sturdy cars. In a lot of parts of the world, they still use. Oh, that's a diesel one too. In a lot of parts in the world, they use these as taxis still. Some parts in Africa, I remember watching a video on those Mercedes, and they have like 400,000 miles. It's not a joke, you know what I mean? And they will run, man. They will run. That's when Mercedes was at its peak, in my opinion. Imagine having that car, going to pick up a girl. Well, I wouldn't be picking up a girl because I don't talk to girls. But if you were to talk to girls, that would be the fucking car to do so. You drive up in your 98. I don't even think that's a 90. I think that's like a 80 something. In your 85 Mercedes SL 300. This is how I imagine it. What's up, baby? Oh, you're so rude. Brother, this is how I would imagine it. Oh, you're so rude. I won't show you my ankles. My ankles are for my husband only. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. I just want to see the wrists. Oh, God, bro. I crack myself up, bro. Okay, fine. Wrists are fine. Oh, Lord, dude. What am I on today? I don't know, brother. I don't know. Today's a funny day, bro. Only wrists. Oh, I'm gonna tell my father. Oh, Lord, man. Today's a good fucking day. Today's a good day. Good day for you, good day for me. You're blessed, I'm blessed. You're blessed for watching this video, bro. Just the fact that you have enough internet to watch this video and you're sitting behind a laptop, we are both blessed. I have a car, you know? So today's gonna be a very good day. Very productive too. I already feel it. My day realistically starts at like 12. That's actually though, my day actually starts at 12. Bro, I'm so sorry. The camera today is probably fucked because of the glare, dude. I don't like that. Ooh, this guy has stuff in his parking spot. That's not allowed. I'm gonna snitch. I only get pissed off if someone parks in my spot, which doesn't happen here, but in my LA building happens a lot because I'm never there. So people realize that, right? This parking lot is like fucking empty, dude. There's just like nobody here, which is fine. I'm not complaining about it, you know what I mean? I love an empty building. All right, I will call you when I get upstairs, okay? I love you, cutie pie, cutie patootie.
A few moments later.
All right, bro. So we're here now. A chick in the elevator was like, "Oh my God, do you make videos?" I was like, "Yeah, it's for my vlog." Bro, I'm not even that big. I like 14 if you watch this, which I love you, by the way. You know, but it's like, I ain't even that big. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot bigger when I say that. Like, people expect me to have like 10 million followers. Like, brother, I ain't that big. But, holy shit, I think she just followed me. No way. If that's a one. Yo, no way, she did. Yo, that's dope. I'm kidding. But yeah, so that was cool. Bro, all right, bro. On a personal level, bro, like, all right, just between me and you, right? Like, bro, when you go to the gym and you lift heavy, half the time I feel like I shit myself. You know? Let's be honest here, bro. You go to the gym, you feel the same fucking way, dog. There is no way on earth you don't feel like you shit yourself. You know? Why did I even just say that? Where was I going with that? Now I just seem like a fucking idiot for saying that, dude. Don't judge me, please. All right? You're close. You're my friend now. I'm your friend. Like, just be cool. All right, baking soda. How does this work? So I heard you just have to sprinkle some in your trash can. Okay? All right. Is that going to eliminate odor? I mean, you better. Baking soda is really cheap, by the way. I didn't know how cheap baking soda was. It's like $2 for that big thing right there, which is not bad. I mean, hello. All right, like you see, this is exactly what I'm saying. Look, I bought 3 deodorants, 6. These are the 2-packs. Dope, you know? You don't want to worry about that shit, dude. You don't want to smell like ass. And when I don't, look, bro, we're very close. If I don't put deodorant on, brother, I smell like absolute dog water, bro. Can't do it. Won't catch me smelling like shit, I'll tell you that much. You know? You won't catch me smelling bad. I hate smelling bad because it just means you don't take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, I'm not your friend. I don't like that. All right, bought this. Like, bro, look, dude. Brother, it's like 6 months, a year worth of. Oh, I got my protein shake too. All right, let me drink this, and then we are gonna get ready for. Brother, really? I was dumbbell pressing 90 pounds, and I can't even open this right now. All right, bro, come on. Bro, okay, cool. That's that. I bought these 0 carb tortillas, 0 net carbs, which, hello, doesn't make any sense because it has 19 grams of fucking carbs. What kind of bullshit are you fucking selling me here? Mission, dummies, I guess. Nah, all right, I'm sorry. Your company's probably cool, but dude, don't lie to me. What the heck? Are you supposed to put this shit in the fridge, bro? I don't know. It wasn't in the fridge when I bought it. All right, whatever, bro. I'm just gonna put this shit here. All right, and then we are going to figure out about what's going on after. I bought these scrubbers because I'm gonna scrub that pot because I can't consume boiled eggs now, which is kind of sad because I like boiled eggs. Don't judge me. Maybe I like my eggs boiled. You don't have to. Gosh, freaking ass. All right, I'm sorry. No, you're not an ass. You're very nice. I'm on one today, bro. I'm happy. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I love my fucking life. That's why. That was so good. All right, let me put the shit in my bathroom. I'll be back, okay? We are now completed in that sense. Now, let's bring this laptop over. You know what I was thinking? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a computer table. So, you weren't around at that time, but I have an office here as well. And I still have my office. You know, sometimes I want to go to my office. But after I moved here, I don't necessarily go there anymore, which is unfortunate because it's a very nice office and my setup is low-key goated. My office setup is so dope. I have 2 34-inch monitors on pivots, and it just looks so sleek. And I have an Apple keyboard with an Apple mouse and like everything, you know, you could possibly need. I don't, when it comes to my like electronics, I don't cheap out. You know what I mean? My setup is arguably like one of the nicest setups you will ever see. Organized, wiring, like wire control, everything. Like it is down spotless. Now, since I do not go to my office anymore, unfortunately, I was thinking of bringing a table here and putting one of my monitors, taking one of those 34-inch monitors and bringing it here because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, 34-inch monitors, it's a fucking waste. Like 2 of them too. I needed it back in the day when I was just sitting on my computer like nonstop. But now, you know, I just want somewhere where these little bar stools I got here just ain't it, bro. I won't even lie to you, like the bar stools suck. And it's horrible for my lower back. I have a nice ass Secret Labs chair. Like I genuinely have it all over there. The dope ass office. And I got a Smog King LED, like I got a custom fucking LED thing made. What are those? Like the neon signs. Yeah, there we go. Like a neon sign. That's what I got. So, you know, goated setup. Super dope. So I was thinking of getting like a small table for my room and then rearranging my room because I genuinely need it. Like I need that, I need the space. you know, because this just ain't it. And I got a beanbag, and my couch isn't really that comfortable either. I bought it more so for aesthetics, because it just matches the vibe in here. You know, it's like very like modern, sleek, you know, low-key rich, you know. So that's why I got that. First order of business, let me see how crypto is doing. I'm down 30 grand. Nice. Who cares, bro? So that's that. I told you guys I hit a lick off crypto a couple weeks ago. Maybe like 7 or 8 grand. I don't really remember. But it's kind of how it goes. All right, let's see that. Got a missed call from this number at 8 a.m. Don't ever call me at that time.
Your call has been forwarded.
You call me. All right, let me see this. And is expanding. I told you this. So I gotta check some of his locations out. That's how we work. You know what I'm saying? It's very. I trust that he knows what he's doing. Everyone in the program succeeds. It's just they like having obviously an extra set of eyes. You know, which always helps. If I knew what I knew now when I first started, I would be a lot bigger than I am now. I'll tell you that. I would be a lot bigger than I am now. A lot bigger. Lot bigger. So I guess that's always why it's good to have an extra set of eyes, you know? If I had a me starting off, brother, I'd be very big, bro. I would arguably have like double or triple the shops that I have now. That's just how it goes, bro. But you know, you live and you learn, which is fine, you know? I'm not too mad about it, I should say. But, you know, there's times where I wish I was more informed back in the day. Can I do anything about that now? No. Hey, bro, ask them if they can send us a tenant lease application that we can fill out, period. I also see that there is an existing location there. Does it still exist? Question mark. That's that. Not as of yet. I tried calling him yesterday and didn't get a response, period. Do you want to try calling him and adding me to a 3-way call? I can take it from there, period. Please let me know. Please let me know. Like, let me know. That's crazy. That was a good post. All right, that's that. Let me see who else I got to call, bro. Let me call.
Hey, Aryan, how you doing?
Hey, good, brother. How's everything with you?
Good.
All right, good. Hey, I was just wondering, how are the ads doing for?
I mean, is any downturn to it? What is it?
Yeah, so our numbers are taking a dip. I'm wondering if it's because we got a new credit card, so it might have stopped it. You get what I'm saying? Because they can't bill us for the ads. You get it? So if
When did you change it?
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Listen, what I did recommend to you guys is having 2 payments. One is a primary and one is backup. I will check. I'm driving right now.
Yeah.
Okay. When I, in front of computer, but provide 2 form of payment.
Yeah.
One as a primary and one as a backup.
Yeah, that's the thing with this credit card. We never changed. Like that was the first time in 6 years we changed a credit card, and it's just because they scammed us with those uniform company bullshits. You know, one of our employees that we fired, he did that. So now I basically told him, I was like, bro, I didn't sign this. You know, so no one has access to the credit card now besides me and. You get what I mean?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Send me the credit card. Send me the credit card information with the billing zip code. As soon as I arrive, I will
Okay.
check. I will let you know.
Okay.
If there is a problem with the ad. Usually, if the payment went through on September 1st or no, or you don't know.
I don't know. I can check. Check though, but I'm pretty sure. Because I don't know if we updated some of the shops and we didn't with some of the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, you did a lot of change. You update the coupon. Those kind of things.
Yeah.
Let me check. But send me the credit card.
Okay.
With the billing zip code, and we'll take care of it.
Okay. All right. As always, thank you so much, brother. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah. Because I noticed a dip in the numbers. You see what I'm saying? That's what I kind of want to tell you now. Listen, I have reached a point in business where I know I have a smog sense. You know how there's spidey senses? I have a fucking sixth sense. Whoa, yo, look at that. Oh, you can't even fucking see that. Dang, man. Can you see those two jets right there? Damn, that's cool. I have a fucking smog sense going on. You get what I'm saying? I got a sixth sense. You know how there's spidey senses? I'm the smog. You get it? I know if one of the shops has a problem. I just know it. I look at numbers now and I'm able to decipher why, right? So I figured out, obviously there's something in my ads that's not right. You know, it's one of it. Well, it could be a few things. It's not ads. It's not just ads, right? Like my employee or something, right? But I know that employee like the back of my hand. I know him. I know his wife. I know his kids. I know his family. I know that guy very well. So it's not him. So that's kind of that's why it always helps out to have a mentor. In any field, I don't care if you say it's smog or if you say it's whatever, bro. Get a mentor for business. I didn't have one, unfortunately. You know, I mean, I had my dad who helped, but you know, my father doesn't speak Farsi, and I only see my dad once a year, once every 2 years, right? He doesn't live in the U.S., so that wasn't much help. You get what I'm saying? So I learned everything literally through trial and error. That's why it took me so long to become profitable. Could I have been profitable from the first second? Fuck yeah, hell yeah. I'm telling you right now, and I got paid out 5 fucking figures. And it hasn't even been 8 months. It shouldn't have took me 3 years. It should not have taken me 3 years to become profitable. So, you know, I tell you this stuff because I genuinely love you. All right. Actually, you can't see this part. Just chill right here. I don't want one of you motherfuckers taking my credit card and having a heyday. The limit on this card is fucking retarded too, so I would be in for a treat, wouldn't I? South of Francis, we go Monaco, another planet. So yeah, that's that, bro. I just had to check on him. I wanted to see what's going on. All right. Let me make another phone call. My life. Phone call, bullshit, phone call, something gets done. Yo, I just wanted to keep you posted. So I called, and remember how we got a new credit card? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's marketing. So I called him and I said, yo, check on the ads because I'm noticing a dip in, and I just want to see if he's like, if our payment processor or our payment method got fucked because we got a new credit card. So I just sent him the new credit card, basically. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to keep you posted on that.
Okay, fine. When do we get a new credit card? The one like recently?
No, but you remember when we got it for Cintas? Because of Cintas? Yeah. So that's why I think we just forgot to update Alex on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been like a month since I've moved here, and that's about the same time that we got the new credit card. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. To be honest, have you ever even sent the new credit card to me?
I don't know. I'll send it right now, though. I'll forward it right now.
Send me the new credit card. If that's the case, we got you on.
I told them to check everything.
That's within the accounts that you.
Yeah. I love it, bro. I love what I do. Genuinely, I love what I do. I love that I handle all the students myself.
One eternity later.
Hello. So I got done recording. I recorded like 5 videos, bro. I know, you know, it sounds like I'm complaining. I swear to God, I'm not. I absolutely love my life, but a lot of the stuff I'm doing drains me. So I wanted to take a nap because that's typically what I do around this time. But I'm trying to change because I don't want to nap. Because I used to be a lot more high functioning than I am now. And that upsets me to the point where I don't want to sleep. And I was about to. You guys notice how the vlog cuts and it's like nighttime typically? Time's running out. So, you know, we're doing good for ourselves here. All right. Now, What am I gonna do? I typically don't eat at this time. Why? Because I am sleepy. Now, I want to eat because I'm trying to not bulk up, I'm trying to like lean bulk, you know? And typically what ends up happening is when I take a nap, I nap for a fucking minute. So when I do that, I don't eat, and then I end up eating a fucking gigantic meal at night, which is obviously, I don't know if there's doctors here, but there's probably somebody who might know a thing or two about consuming food. At least the amount of food that I consume. It can't be fucking healthy, all right? I ain't no, Santa Cruz medicinals. You know what's crazy? That guy, I've seen him at my shop before. But, not at my shop, but he was at the gas station that one of my shops is at. I'm not gonna, I wanna, kind of have a healthier relationship with all that. And if I train my body not to sleep, I know it sucks for the first few days, whatever. It's not gonna suck in a week. So it's almost like an investment. I gotta not sleep so then I could be able to perform at a higher level. Does that make sense? So that's that. What I end up doing, I ended up recording a few videos for TikTok and Instagram. It's a little difficult in my niche, bro. People don't know what smog is, all right? That's what's tough about my niche. Am I cutting this the wrong way? So I don't know if I told you, I bought these 0 carb, what's it called? Tortillas, which is bullshit, by the way, because they have 19 grams of fucking carbs. I don't understand for 3 of them. So, 19 divided by 3, what is that? Like 6.3, whatever. So it's like, 6 grams of carbs per. Now, I have to keep my carbs under 40 to 50 grams a day if I want to be lean, because that's the amount of carbs that I was running at in the past. And my body was sick at that time. Granted, I was eating a lot of white meats. You guys have seen it before, or some of you might have. I've posted my physique on Instagram in the past. Beef tallow. Right here. Some beef tallow for you. I love steak, bro. I don't know how the fuck you vegans do it. If you know what? If you're vegan, get the fuck off, bro. I can't deal with you. Vegan. Get the fuck out of here. I have steak almost every day, bro. How about this? I'll consume more steak because you're vegan. Vegan. What kind of bullshit is that? Don't lie to yourself. You hear this? I know you want some, all right? Don't lie. If you gotta be vegan because you're like, like you're in like a community of them, come over, come on. I'll give you a steak. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's all good. Give me that bullshit fucking vegan. Unless if you're vegan, like I know like Indians are vegan because of like religious reasons. At least I'm sure, I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but all right, brother, be inclusive here. Let's be nice. So, if that's the reason because, your God or whoever you believe in, well, I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying, if that's the case, fine. I respect it. But the whole, being vegan is healthier. There is no vegan on earth that I can't grab with one hand. Natural vegan, all right? You steroid juiced up motherfuckers. Don't sit there and stitch this video, okay? You roid fucking juice monkey piece of shit. Don't sit there and bullshit yourself. There's no vegan that you can't grab. Whoa, dude, that's an AC-130. Hold up. Yo, what the f? Look at this. Can you see that? Dude, that's a big ass plane, bro. I don't know if you can see that. That's literally an AC-130. There's 2 of them. Yo, you're cooked. He's about to get his nuke. Oh, God. If you played MW2, bro, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, bro, vegan. There's no vegan that you can't grab by their fucking scrawny vegan neck and just have a word with them, bro. I'm kidding, bro. All right? Don't take this shit serious. But yeah, bro, like, actually, what the fuck? Why are you vegan? Like, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. You know you want a fucking piece of steak. If you want some, come over. I'd be more than happy to cook you some. All right? Don't sit there and give me that bullshit. Yeah, it's fucking healthier. No, it's not, dude. Humans have been eating fucking meat, red meat, and chicken and fucking fish since the beginning of fucking God, dude. Like, since the beginning. The beginning, just period, beginning. Like, you see that? I have more meat now just because you said you're vegan. Fucking piss me off. Vegan, dude. Who the fuck is vegan, bro? How? All right, bro. I can't generalize it, okay? Like if you have like some dietary restriction, like if you can like eat meat and you'll die because of some health condition, right? Like obviously I get that, okay? Like that's not vegan by choice. It's like vegan, like you have to be. But the people that have the audacity to sit there and tell me and you know, arguably everyone else in society, they sit there and they say, yeah, being vegan's healthier. Brother, have you seen what they put in a fucking like vegan patty? Like, what? Do you know genuinely though? Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, have you read some of the ingredients in there? Like, take a step back, pal. Take a step back. Like, you know, but I guess you do need vegans low-key though. Because like if everyone was eating meat, we'd all low-key be kind of cooked. So, all right, don't bullshit me. You know you want some of these lamb chops. I know you want some. So again, you know, my offer still stands. If you're a vegan and, you know, you want to maybe have a lamb chop, I'm not going to say anything, okay? Like, it's going to be our little secret. All right, bro, real talk. So earlier today, about 2 hours ago, I want to say, I got a random phone call from a gentleman who's been calling me since 8 a.m. That was the same guy. So this gentleman informed me that he has a gas station. Now, I got into contact with him from one of my students with one of his locations. Now, he told me he's interested in my service because he basically got word of mouth from the landlord that I went with my student. The landlord seemed interested at first, and then he basically said, look, man, I don't want to lead you on. I have too much on my plate to be dealing with that. I kind of gave him the whole spiel. I tried to sell him. Obviously, that didn't work. 1 second.
A few moments later.
That's my private life, right? So yeah, I was on a phone call today with a landlord, very wealthy guy, and he wanted my services. It's crazy, you know. You reach a point, and this particular individual had multiple locations. You know, this particular individual, it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out how to word this to not sound cocky. Bro, I came from nothing. And this multimillionaire, he's way more successful than I am. You know, God bless him. Him and his family. He said he has a son as well. God bless him as well. I'm in a position of power now. Like, it's always a shock for me. I mean, I know I'm in a position of power. I know I'm, you know, doing it better than a lot of people in this industry, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, it's crazy to me. Does that make sense? It's crazy to me to be in the position that I'm in. Because this gentleman, you know, he was 60-something. He's talking to me like I'm some big shot. When in reality, it's like, brother, you're much more successful than I am. You know, obviously the way that I carry myself is, you know, I don't allow anyone to disrespect me. Not saying that he did by any means at all. He was a very respectful man. But, you know, he reached out to me. He's like, look, I want you. You know, my company wants you. Not in a way of like, help me, but let's make some money together. You know, so we got to see what's going on. Now, that location basically came up from a student's location. So I got to reach out to that student. Obviously, if I start the shop, you know, that student's going to get a cut just because the connection came out through him. If I start it, I don't know. But I got to sit down and talk with the student, talk with this guy, see what he's doing. He said, you know, stop by my shop someday if you have time. I'd love to see you. I was like, yeah, of course, Mr. Blank. I'm not going to say his name. But Said, of course, Mr. Blank, I'd be more than happy to. Thank you for the opportunity, right? You never want to, regardless of how big you are, you never want to act too big, right? Because it turns a lot of these guys off. The world runs on ego, as much as I hate to admit it, and I try not to let my ego get in the way, but, it's inevitable. Occasionally, it's inevitable. So just because I try not to let my ego get in the way doesn't mean that this gentleman won't. So I try not to ever be like, oh yeah, whatever. No. Thank you, Mr. Blank. I appreciate it, Mr. Blank. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Blank. Mr. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I look forward to, right? So things like that, you always have to be mindful of. Respect gets you very far in life. Showing respect to the right person, I'm not saying kiss ass, okay? There's a big difference. Respect. I'm not saying stroke the dude's ego, no. But Mr. X, thank you, Mr. X. I appreciate your time, Mr. X. I look forward to communicating with you very soon, sir. Sir, yes, sir, no, sir, right? That has gotten me very far in my life, right? Simple respect has gotten me very far in my life. Why am I putting this here? Because I don't want you to see, okay? All right, let me just put you like this. All right, simple respect has gotten me very far in my life. That's what a lot of people don't understand. This connection that I made with Mr. Blank, by the end of the phone call, he was so interested in me, all because of the simple fact that I understand that I'm in a position of leverage, yet the respect that I have for this individual, he's significantly older than I am. His son is probably older than I am, right? But just the simple fact that I treat this gentleman with respect, and the fact that I'm in a position of leverage, that goes so far in your life. Understand that. The last thing you want to do, I don't know if you believe in God, but I do. The last thing you want to show God, okay, is that God gives you a sliver of power and you abuse it, right? The last thing you want to do. So I'm in a position of power in this entire scenario. He needs my services. And, instead of me being like, yeah, well, maybe I'll see. No. Yes, sir. I'll check out your station when I have the time. I appreciate you for this opportunity. Thank you. I have more locations than that guy, and I'm making more than him. I'm making more than that guy per shop. I know that for a fact because we spoke numbers over the phone. So, just the fact that I know that and I'm conscious of that and I'm not putting this man down, it shows a lot to that individual. Just basic respect will get you further in life. And the way that I got in contact with this gentleman was by respecting another landlord that it fell through. It was a student location. And the landlord backed out. He said, look, I'm not saying no now. I'm not saying no forever. I'm just saying no now. Because he had some personal stuff going on with his life. I will not open that can of worms. But it's something between me and him. And I know why, and he said, I want to refrain just for the time being. Does that mean it's a no forever? No, and he told me that, right? That student ended up finding like 3 other locations, which is fine. So that student ended up finding 3 other locations that we're working on, which is fine. But my point is, just because I was respectful and nice to one person, that just opened the door up for multiple other shops. This gentleman has more locations than the first landlord. Just because I showed respect. That's it. Life, the business world is about egos, and it's about never outshining the master. And if you know where that reference is from, then you know where it's from. Never outshine the master. That has gotten me very far in my life. I know when to shut my fucking mouth. I would say I'm smart overall in life, but there are rooms that you enter where you're the richest man, but you gotta shut your fucking trap. And there are rooms that you enter and you're the weakest one, arguably, financially speaking. And oh my, you gotta sing like a fucking bird. And knowing when to decipher those moments is very, very, very crucial in the business world. So this is the lesson of the day. Learn when to talk, especially in business. Learn when to talk. And that comes with trial and error. There's times you gotta push and there's times that you gotta pull. There's times you gotta push and pull. So when I was on call with this gentleman, we were talking about his numbers for his shops. And I literally told him, I was like, I know I can triple that. Not to be cocky or anything, but I can triple your numbers. Because I know where these guys go wrong. You know, I know how this business is. I know where people in this business mess up. I know it. I know the business like the back of my hand, and I know where these guys fuck up. You know? So, that's that. That is that, my friends. I just wanted to let you know. And then I just recorded TikToks the rest of the time. I recorded Instagram videos and TikToks. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you. It's gaining some traction, which is good. I'm actually very glad. I've been in the social media game for 2 years. I'm not as big as I should be, realistically. And I know why I'm not. So I'm trying to adjust that. But it's tough. It takes a toll on your mental health if you're not smart about it. Luckily, I'm able to self-analyze and reflect relatively well, which is good. Because I know when I'm kind of swaying off my frequency. Like I know myself very well. So I know when I'm pushing myself a little bit too much to the point where it's not healthy. So that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, being an entrepreneur is cool. Being a businessman is cool. Being in different ventures is great. But you got to have a healthy balance, just with the same as anything in life. Same as in business, right? Technically, I'm working right now, which is crazy for you to think about, but for me, this is work. I'm not a social guy. I'm not. I typically sit in quiet and peace for the whole day. And, but sometimes like I divert my attention from some work to other work, which is less, and it's not, like to me, this doesn't feel like work anymore. In the first like 5, 6, 7 days, yeah, it felt annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I love having you around, but it was like, like I gotta keep this dude around, But now, instead of like recording on my phone, I'm recording here because I want to like have that kind of balance. Also, you never told me, do you want me to show you the backgrounds of me recording these videos? If you do, tell me. If you don't, tell me. That's that. So that's basically what I was doing when I wasn't recording. I just made some food, had some food. See, I didn't sleep, so I was able to eat some food. You get what I'm saying? Normally I'd be sleeping right now. So that's that. That's that. I don't have too much really going on other than that. I might record like 4 or 5, 3 videos. Let's be realistic here. I might record like 3 more videos and then that's just call it a day. I gotta check my mailbox, bro. I have a lot of mail. I know I have a lot of mail too because I haven't checked, but I'll go pick that up. I'll see what's going on. That's that, my friends. That is that. What else do I got? Yeah. That's about it, bro. That's about it. What else do I have planned for the week? Nothing. To be honest, nothing. That's about it. So I'm gonna basically catch you in a little bit. I'm gonna check some of the stuff out. I gotta do some back end stuff. I got a lot of my to-do list done today, which is great.
One eternity later.
Hello. You're probably thinking to yourself, why am I stunting on you with my Versace robe? Someone has to do it. No, I'm washing all of my towels currently. You could probably hear the washing machine in the background. So yeah, I was in the jacuzzi and some of my neighbors love to yap. And I couldn't necessarily pull myself out of that situation, which is crazy because I'm very good at avoiding those kinds of conversations. But unfortunately for me, one of my neighbors in particular was yapping tonight, and that literally sucked. As it is, I don't like communicating, and we didn't, so I'm upset. And I'm running low on water, and I have no seasonings for my lamb chops right now. So I am even more upset, okay? Not cool. Meter display. What the f does that even mean? Whatever. I don't care. So yeah, I don't typically wear my Versace robe, but I do not have any towels, so I needed it. Tomorrow is a busier day, so I have to get a good night's rest tonight. I'm gonna eat this food. I've ate pretty clean today, and I am about to knock out because tomorrow I have student calls. That's one. That's the most important task I have. And on top of that, I might go to my office because I need to grab a lot of things from there, because obviously I wasn't in this house prior to me having the office. So now that I have the office, now that I have the apartment, I need to basically move a lot of my essentials from there to here. An essential being one of my monitors. I need that. Another essential being my secret labs chair, because I'm getting scoliosis on these bar stools. Not very good. If you love me, you wouldn't want me to get scoliosis, would you? That should have been an automatic yes, by the way. I know you lagged a little bit on that. How come you don't love me, man? What did I do? You just burned me too? Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do with you. I really don't. Not nice. You're not being very nice to me. Can you see me? Barely. All right. Let me just take this out and this, because tonight is gonna be one of those nights. But yeah, bro, that pissed me off low-key, because this individual in the jacuzzi was yapping for a very long period of time, and it sucks the energy out of you. This is why I say don't get engaged in these conversations. At least try your very fucking hardest not to. Because now, it's only 10:06, but I feel like it's 1 a.m. Annoying. So, whatever. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. How are some people so good at yapping, bro? I don't understand. Like, I get it, you know, we're neighbors, but some other individual was there. That individual ended up leaving very fucking soon after they got there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the f some people just yap for hours on end. So that's that, okay? What am I doing now? Make my lamb chops. I'm gonna get my clothes ready for tomorrow. And that's basically it. I did a lot of stuff today. Spoke to a lot of people. Got a lot of things that I needed to get done. Okay? That's that. All right? So, that is basically it on my end. What am I about to do now? Nothing. I'm about to eat and go to sleep, and then get ready for the gym tomorrow and repeat the cycle over and over and over again. So I guess with that being said, you know what time it is. I don't want to do it, but I have to. That concludes, yet again, another episode of A Day in the Life of an Entrepreneur. So I will see you tomorrow, and we're gonna have a good day tomorrow. You're gonna have a good day tomorrow. Whenever you're watching this, the next day you're gonna have is gonna be wonderful. Even if the one that you've had today was rough, the next one's gonna be good. So I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.